What's up, Beast Media Lurkers? I feel like it's so weird with me. My brain is just so crazy when it comes to being creative and just the whole process in general. I'm always feeling like I'm not doing enough. I think it's just how my brain works. I think I've always been that way. Um, I think it's just, I have kind of my vlog, which is basically, I don't really like calling it that because I haven't, like, when I think of what I have in my brain, it's not quite the vlog format, but at times I feel like maybe it needs to be that to make more sense. So I've kind of been battling that a little bit, and also, um, you know, in my like, I put already so much like that's what I'm trying to already do. I know I've talked about before is like relieving like the pressures of like just making something to put pressure on myself to create. I think that's a bad way to kind of uh, put it's a bad position to put yourself in from the start is having an expectation of how it's supposed to be, especially when you're a one man crew. I mean, you can only do so much, and you only have so much time. So that's kind of where a lot of the ideas kind of come from. It's molded with my time. My life is pockets of time, and I have to make the most of those moments. And there's, obviously, just like any other person, uh, it doesn't mean that pocket of time is the best time to create. But I think that's the thing that everyone's working on when you're a creative is being as productive as possible and making things happen. And uh, yeah, so kind of where I'm getting at is I haven't quite nailed down my process for my. I'm just gonna call it a vlog. So if I call it a vlog, it's the Beast Smitty series. Um, so I don't kind of like say the Beast Smitty series over and over. I mean, that's what I guess I'm calling it because I couldn't think of a different name, or I didn't really. I didn't really know what to name it because I didn't. I don't know. I think that's when you kind of like I'm my own kind of like consultant, so I never make. Some decisions are hard to make, I guess. I think I might just kind of I might even just generally ditch the idea of naming it and just kind of release a video. If I call it something, I'll just call it that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it makes sense though to kind of have it separate from other things because obviously if I'm making something that's like basically like my vlog is it's going to be different than if I'm like making a video about something or making a video with Ryder, um, or yeah, live streams or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna keep it easy on that. So this is kind of like an update video, kind of like what I'm thinking, where I'm kind of rolling with YouTube because I've been thinking about it a lot. Um, I'm still posting over on Instagram. I've kind of changed my whole like mental process with Instagram. I just use it like however I want to use it. I think I would put weird pressures on how I should use Instagram in a weird way, even though probably no one notices. But in my brain, that's how I was thinking how what direction to go and that type of thing. So I've kind of I have that down how I'm gonna treat Instagram. That may change. That's why anytime I say things, I might think differently or whatever at another time. And I think that's the great thing about being an artist is you kind of your thought process changes and you think something one day and the next day you might be like, well, you know what, that actually would work if I tried this, or that was a good decision to kind of move on from whatever I was doing or thinking. Yeah. So I think that's the good thing is to keep thinking that way. I think if you did the same thing over and over and over, it might get kind of boring or I feel like I'll always be doing something to push myself in some direction or another. I think it's just like phases almost, um, in a weird way. I think for me, I don't know if phase is the right word because it's not that it's something that I don't care about it. I don't know if that's generally what a phase means, uh, but yeah, for me it's like maybe it's chapters. Yeah, maybe that's a good word. Different chapter. Because yeah, me shooting, in 2008 is completely different from me shooting now, and even shooting, 5 years ago and last month. No, it's, um, yeah, so I'm just looking. I'm always looking forward, and I'm always just shooting photos. I think that's the most important thing for me is to continue to shoot. I obviously care a lot about video. I think it's a nostalgic thing for me is to make videos. That's basically where it all started, and I just love the concept of making videos about the process, and that's it's really what it's about. You know, the fun things I do on the side, like these current live streams I've been doing gaming, that's all for fun, and I just like putting it out there. You know, I'm not trying to. I know I've talked about that. I'm not trying to like put myself on some make believe pedestal of like, yeah, I got to act a certain way to be an artist. Like, f that. You know, I am what I am, and um, you know, I think really what for me the classic Alex quote, which I don't even know it exactly about me, is kind of I just kind of live by that. You know, it's created my own style, and I and that's what I do. And I think that's one thing I think about the chapters is like my style will always be integrated with those chapters, whether if I'm photographing the mundane or if I'm photographing people or doing portraits. I feel like it's a B Smitty photograph, and I worked pretty hard for a long time to kind of get that, and I think that's what I'm most proud of my own work is my style. And yeah, if I was in art school, I'd get a D on my style, I'm sure, because my art teacher was terrible. But yeah, so that's kind of the update on kind of where I'm thinking with the vlog series. I think I'm just yeah, I need to just call it that instead of like thinking I shouldn't be calling it that. Um, yeah, yeah, um, yeah. Also, the vintage skate series, or vintage skate files, is what I ended up calling it. Is because I didn't want to have like so many like series, so I kind of just gave it its own thing. That was kind of easy to create. I thought of it and I was like, all right, yeah, let's do it. And that's one thing I definitely didn't want to stress on. So yeah, vintage skate files. I've dropped 2 episodes so far, and it was great to hear from old friends, and see them being stoked on it. And yeah, most of my footage was split between mini DV tapes and high 8 tapes from back in the days of film, shooting digital and tapes. Um, I totally, which that's why I create so much. I think because I really respect how easy it is to get your work out there. It's insane how easy it is. Yeah, I used to record and then edit. Originally, I edited on two VHS VCR tape decks because I used to film with the big giant shoulder cam VHS tapes. Then got high 8 and then mini DV over the years. So yeah, just finding the footage and editing it was a whole different process. And it's funny looking back now, like that extreme time put into it, and the quality is so bad. But also it's kind of nice in a weird way. I feel like yeah, like that's definitely that time period. It's definitely no mistaken. I think that's what's kind of cool about it too. And but yeah, they're definitely they're fun to do. I actually don't have a mini DV camera, so luckily I had a decent amount of footage already on an old hard drive. So that's kind of where I've been fishing at so far, is getting stuff out of there. I actually I posted a thing on the Facebook, asked if anyone had one that I knew. I posted on my personal Facebook with no response. So I went to the eBay, and that should be here this week. So I'm excited to kind of dig deep in files because I know there's definitely stuff that I knew I wasn't going to put in a video back in that time, but would be really cool to kind of post now. I think that's the great thing about older stuff is it's cool to look back on, and I think that's why I really love photography because it means so much more as time passes. And but yeah, so yeah, the first 2 episodes I really like. They're all going to be about that length. If you haven't seen them yet, they're about a minute long. I just want to keep them short and sweet and like just really like, oh, that was fun to watch and can't wait for the next one type thing instead of throwing like 10 minutes of footage, old footage into one thing. Um, I always want to kind of mix up the people who are in it, and yeah, just a fun something fun and just completely random to look forward to. So yeah, if you haven't seen that yet, uh, Vintage Skate Files, they're up there now. And yeah, I guess with that, that's kind of the update. What I've been feeling lately. I kind of just wanted to hop on here and just make a little video, got kind of about my thoughts because I haven't really done the podcast. That's kind of I'll probably actually throw this on there because that's kind of what I want to kind of do these episodes. I like to do like one of these like a couple times a month, maybe just once a month, kind of just depending on how the month goes and what's kind of going on, and kind of put something towards the podcast at least monthly, because I'm just like full on you know into using my time for YouTube and kind of just I think that's kind of once I started doing the podcast again, it like really got me excited just to make it in video form. And but obviously since I have the podcast account and people were enjoying downloading it and listening to it, I'm definitely excited to keep it going. And I think that's, like I said, that's what these will be perfect for. And yeah, so that's what the podcast is up to. If you don't know, I have a B Smitty sticker pack on the Apple App Store, and it's a free download. I'm gonna be trying to I want to do an update probably in the next month or two. But I think I don't know how many stickers are on there right now. At least a dozen, I think. So definitely check that out. It's free. Apple App Store. Um, and yeah, so look forward to more vlog episodes. I kind of have some ideas I'm kicking around with that. And I'll continue to post the vintage skate files for quite some time. I have a massive library of footage, so that'll definitely be at least one weekly. That's for sure. I want to try to plan it maybe a couple times. Really want to get on the program of doing things daily on YouTube, and I definitely have kind of what I'm working on with Instagram. Definitely more of the process, and yeah, my Instagram handle is @bsmedia.com. And thank you for watching this episode of me kind of updating with what I'm thinking and what's going on. I just want to say thank you for all your support. It means a lot. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, like this video. Even if you're not really into it, I would appreciate that like. And I'll talk to you guys soon.